So on Thursday, I called my mom, and she was having some health problems around Easter time, actually just before Easter time. And at the time, she knew that she was having issues with her lungs, but she went to the respirologist and found out that she had 4 issues with her heart and her lungs. And, up until that point, I had no idea the degree of the severity of her symptoms. And because of that, I was originally planning on going back to Canada at Chinese New Year's. But now I'm just thinking I need to find a window of time to go back to Canada. And it's going to be really difficult. It's going to be a push. The reason why is I finished the school year and I have to take a primary year program course online at some point in time. And I have to do things for my cat's X number of days before leaving and submit my passport to have my residency permit canceled X number of days before leaving. But I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make sure that it happens because I think that seeing her at this time is really important. But the fact that my dad has a lot of diabetes complications, which makes him unable to work anymore, and my mom had a heart attack before the age of 50 and now is having these health issues, really has gotten me thinking about my diet lately. My diet, which is not a bad diet in any capacity, but specifically lately I've been looking into veganism. Now, I'm not particularly specifically interested in being a vegan, except in the sense of I don't think that animals should be exploited. But my big issue there is vitamin B12 and how important I think that is to a balanced diet, and how vitamin B12 is only found in animal products, not necessarily meat, but some form of animal product. But I thought, what is a way that I can make my diet healthier, and what is a way that I can do it in a maintainable kind of way? And so I did a lot of different types of research, and I thought, what is a good first step? Maybe eventually I can go vegan raw, with the occasional piece of fish or whatever I need, to supplement my diet to give me that bit of extra something that I need. But what can I do now? And so what I've decided to do starting today is when I am at home, and most of the time when I am out of the house, to attempt to be a pescatarian. I say most of the time because I am a foodie. I love food. I love traveling. I love experiencing food when I travel. And sometimes when I'm out with my friends, I don't have certain options. Or, occasionally I might want a little bit of chicken. But that's neither here nor there. Pescatarianism, before I go any further, is basically being a vegetarian, not a vegan. Vegetarian, so you're still eating honey, you're still eating dairy products, you're still eating eggs and honey. I think I mentioned honey already. Anyways, but you're also eating fish. Now, pescatarian, obviously, you could eat a pescatarian diet and be incredibly unhealthy, but that's why I'm going to take some of the tenets of paleo, which I was on for quite a while, and some of the tenets of pescatarian, and just kind of mix them together in a way I think will work for me and will work for my body and will work for what I am trying to do. And again, just eat that way when I'm in the house and try to eat that way most of the time I'm outside of the house. So some of the things I'm going to change is paleo doesn't allow potatoes. It does not allow corn. It does not allow soy. It does not allow beans. I'm not talking about green beans. I'm talking about like beans that contain protein. And lentils, and I'm trying to remember the name in my head for those kinds of beans. Legumes. They don't allow for legumes. And I'm kind of like, you know what? I want to eat those things in moderation, so I will. And they do have a great deal of vitamins, so I'm not really worried so much. I am going to continue eating a lot of fruit and veg, especially veg, and not to eat a lot of sugar. If I want to eat sugar, that's going to be restricted to 1 day a week, and to really, really still be restricting my grains and restricting my dairy. But I am really excited to eat certain things like potatoes and tofu. Tofu, which I have mixed feelings about. Sometimes I think it's okay. Sometimes I really, really like it. But, you know, more options. It'll be nice. And less options in some way. Obviously, I'm not going to be eating red meat or land animals the majority of the time, but I am completely okay with that. But the thing is, I was thinking to myself, is eating, not that I eat a ton of meat, but is eating fatty meat that is probably factory bred in a lot but not all cases, because we do get a lot of meat here from New Zealand. But anyways, is eating that kind of meat really the most beneficial thing towards the end of having a healthy, strong, and fit body? And my particular answer that I came to was no, it is probably not. Now, clearly, going pescatarian, I'm not going to go overboard on some of the carbohydrates that can be really unhealthy if you go overboard on them. But I figure live in a really balanced way with fruits and vegetables and seafood and fish and eggs and tofu if I feel like it, and I should be a-okay. And even now, the things that I am low in tend to be things that a lot of people are low in terms of my blood work. It's things like iron and storage, ferritin, which honestly has gotten better since I no longer bleed like a mofo now that I have an IUD. And vitamin D, I'm also very low in. Interestingly enough, in the land where the sun shines all the frickin' time in Qatar, there is an incredibly high rate of people who are deficient in vitamin D. But it's probably because they spend most of their time fully clothed and inside, because that kind of does it. Not a lot of sun and vitamin D exposure there. Anyways, just a brief little update about what's going on diet-wise, and I'm going to be real, I do hope that I lose some weight from this. I'm trying not to look at the scale too much and be too obsessed with my weight, because honestly, at the end of the day, health and fitness is the most important thing here. But, you know, unfortunately, being a singer and being interested in being in musicals, having a certain look which involves being slimmer than what I am right now is highly desirable. It's just the sad reality of the entertainment industry. So anyways, that is what it is. Unfortunately, I can't really deeply change such deeply ingrained things. So we will see what happens. If nothing else, I'm hoping to have, you know, more energy and be happier with the way that things are, and hopefully ultimately in the future be healthier. All right, here's my kitty. Look at him. He's so cute. Yes. Who's a little baby? You are. Why are you so annoying coming to me when I'm filming? Anyways, see you later. Bye.